So yeah, Tuesday hiatus, and then he came home.
Hey, everybody.
So, is that my phone or your phone?
That was my phone.
Your phone. So, this isn't the full Tuesday stream. This is more of an F, and I'll do it live, but we're doing it on a Tuesday. I had dinner with Lady D and some friends from work, and then I came home, and he was like, we're about to do this, so we're going to do this. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
So, what's on the bench? Let's deal with this the way we normally deal with the show. What is on the bench? I haven't done much hobby-wise. The last week, I've kind of had to take a little bit of a step back. You guys know I was talking about that, but it is what it is. I had to take a step back. I've still got a whole bunch of stuff for that terrain project. You guys might have seen the Tau video I put up, Building a Crusade Part 2, that went up last week. So I kind of touched on them, but only a little. Hello, Commodore.
Hello.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of time for anything. Trying to focus on job and getting the job. Mr. Tash, good to see you, buddy.
Hello.
Been focusing on trying to get a job and getting my life in order, and it all came together today. I have a new job. I start Thursday. I'm making more money than I have in almost 10 years, and it's all good. So hello, Tina. Hello, Phoenix. So it's all good. So I don't know if this is fully back. I don't know that I'm fully back on Tuesdays yet. I got a lot of stuff to kind of get in order yet, but the boy,
Yes, me, the boy.
The boy wants to do 40K, and so that's all we've been talking about since he came home on Sundays. 40K.
Oh, yeah.
So why don't you show them what you've got on the bench?
All right. So we've got just a squad of intercessors just to get me back into the swing of things as part of the new army I'm working on. We've got the 5 boys.
So we still got to do some ceiling work and a little bit of texture detailing work, but they are basically done. Got to do basing on them. That's the big thing.
Yeah, but we've got a base in mind. We've been looking at stuff, and I think we have a good idea for the basing. I was originally going to look at Lamenters. That was my original plan, but after some talks we had, I realized that, first of all, the Lamenters are cool. They're really cool. They're my favorite group of Space Marines, but their paint scheme is not my favorite, especially the shoulders. I don't want to mess around with those shoulders. But we ended up coming to a conclusion. But what I did want, I want some bright boys in the darkest timeline. I want to be these bright, inspiring boys like the Lamenters are, with that kind of that grim part of it, like it always is. So I'm making these guys my Celestial Knights, which going to have their
a successor chapter that they'll be played per rules, but the rules played are not the lore story behind them. He's playing them with a set of rules because he wants a specific play style.
Yeah.
But they're not who they really are.
Because I want to play Space Wolves. I want to play that
rule set.
But one, with Dad already having his Space Wolf army, and plus I just really like the aesthetic and the design we have for these guys. I can boom, and it's
your army, so you can do what you want.
Yeah. Got some planned for cool helmets, cool bases, just got a whole bunch of stuff lined up. Plus, I plan on kit bashing a little bit. because I had an idea. So I'm going to have Thunderwolf Cavalry in the army. And I was looking at, what was the unit? What was the Stormcast?
They're Palladiers.
Yeah, the
Stormcast Vanguard Palladors.
Yeah.
They're basically dudes on a griffin, unwinged griffins.
Yeah.
Basically giant griff hounds.
And I wanna use those in place of my. I want to use those animals in place of my Thunderwolves because I think that's cool and especially fits the kind of taking a little bit from the Grey Wardens from Dragon Age with some of my inspiration. Because I took some inspiration for Dragon Age when I was making these guys, especially because got there are a lot of things combining to let me make what I wanted to make with these guys. And I'm really liking how they're turning out already. Like, just that one squad, like, really is getting me back into things, and I'm really, like, enjoying it.
And this is the person that was afraid of painting and didn't want to paint, and now he's like, yeah, can I paint? I want to paint. Can I paint some more? I want to paint some more.
Yeah, I'm waiting to buy more boxes.
So, yeah.
Because I gotta get... Let's see. I gotta get the Indominus box. Gotta get the Blood
Angels Combat Patrol box.
And then there are a few other like things that I need to get to really like fill it out what I've got. But I've got an army list at this point that I really like. With my Death Ball. The Death Ball is I just love this army. I already love like how they look like they're gonna play. And of course I'm gonna do some test runs with like other stuff, but like,
so those of us who play on the Saturdays at Factlandia, we will be there. I think he's going to bring like 1,000 points of just figures to kind of go over relearning some of the rules for 9th and whatnot. And
means I'll probably sit down after the stream, work out an army list for 1,000 points, and
well, the old man goes to sleep. Yeah, the old man is tired. Hey, I mean, getting up every morning to take your kid sibling to school because they're back in school. I'm too tired to GAF, so I go to bed way too late and get up way too early, and
you know, a whole thing.
So, yeah, it's on the bench. So there's been a lot of talk from GW, or a lack of talk from GW, about anything with Cursed City. It's kind of blown up in their faces. The latest word has a lot of people wondering whether or not there's actually going to be any expansions for Cursed City, or we just bought a $200 box set game and will not get any further support on it. Which I don't know is entirely bad, because I'm sure there'll be plenty of fan-made stuff and there'll be fan-made rules for it, but it is super disappointing, especially because it seems like the biggest problem for a game that completely sold out on the day it was released within 15 minutes is that their cost has gone up because they're printing everything in China, and now there's export taxes because they're not part of the EU anymore, and the Brexit whole thing messed with their whole structure of things. So we might not see many more of these games that have a lot of printed parts to them. Printed additional game parts from them just because of the additional cost, and now that they've got to have to deal with China on this. And the problem is that they've been mum's the word on all of that in kind of a not so good way. They've kind of dropped the ball on this. I know it's super disappointing to me. I really like. I've been messing around with Cursed City, reading over the rules, kind of laying on tiles and kind of looking at how the play goes. And yeah, I mean, if they drop the ball on this, I mean, it's a good game, but for $200 for a single piece game that's not going to have anything to add on to it, that would be super disappointing. I'm hoping they figure something else around it.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I hope so too. Like you've told me a little bit, but I haven't had a chance to like even touch it.
Yeah.
But it seems really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a board game guy, so it's a big deal to me. Additionally, there's a bunch of new stuff that's come out for Underworld. There's no pre-orders for the next couple of weeks. I think May 7th is the next round of pre-orders. But they have announced that Necromunda is getting a new box set, a new starter box set, which is good and bad because that means that if that means the Dark Rebellion box set is going to go out of print, I'd snap that up because there's a whole lot of terrain in that box, and it looks like this new, I think it's called Hive Wars is the new box set. It has some terrain, but not nearly as much. Okay. I found them on eBay on Amazon for about $250. So, well, it's a massive set. They're normally with like 300.
Oh,
we buy them through GW. So, if Necromunda has interested you, now would be a time to try and grab one of those sets up before they go out of print completely. The new set's going to have Escher and I think Van Saar, the whole techno dudes, as their two starting gangs, which is cool. I mean, yeah. I really like the aesthetic of Necromunda. I just kind of wish people played it more. I know Titanicus just got a new expansion, and part of me really wants to play it, and I know there's a big group in my local area that's playing it. But it's like, do I want to commit to another big game?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, I'm looking right now at expanding what I have for Underworlds, like picking up the latest box set, starter set, Dire Chasm, and then a couple more armies. And it's just like, oh, do I want to do that and another army? So I don't know. Kind of on the fence with that one. I like Underworlds, though. I like the fact that it's fast-paced. We're going to get a couple games in, and once he has the rules down, we're probably going to stream a couple.
Oh, okay.
Stream a couple games. So, they just revealed that that one figure we looked at today, the elf with the flute and the vines and everything.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Sylvaneth, the new Sylvaneth figures are gorgeous.
Every Sylvaneth figure is.
Yeah, I mean, that new one is beautiful. And if you've been watching Instagram at all, Commodore just painted up, or is in the midst of painting up, his Vampire Counts or Vampire Lords warband from Underworlds. Now that Vampire Counts are getting a real big refresh, and he got a Underworlds group them, and I love the.
At some point I'm gonna look at Age of Sigmar. At some point, there's a lot of cool stuff in Age of Sigmar.
It's such an incredibly diverse game, and it's got a lot of different really cool factions to it.
I want Bretonians.
Well, Old World is coming.
I know Old World is coming,
and then we can 3D print all that shit.
Okay. Hello, I would like the Green Knight.
One Bretonian army, please.
Yes, please.
But even though they're getting all new figures, although it looks like it's going to be a niche game, kind of like 30K is.
Yeah, which is fair.
Which is fair. I don't know.
I just want to put a Grail Knight down in Age of Sigmar, though. Because Grail Knights are the coolest. Like, they're just cool. Like, I understand that the Stormforged are basically Grail Knights, but with Sigmar. But for the lady, man, it's so cool. It's Arthurian Knights, but with superpowers. I mean mega superpowers. Like, I'm going to 1v1 a Bloodthirster as a dude.
Calidus.
You're ridiculous.
That's 290 point. But he took on two of them. and they ran away from him. That was the best part. They ran away. They're like, no,
That's ridiculous.
we're gonna cover you in pink horrors so you can't get away. And he must have killed like 70 pink horrors, because they killed the pink horror, then they split into blue horrors, and you kill the blue horrors, and they split into the little celestial horrors. Oh my god, I was so mad. I sat there tar pitted with those things for 3 rounds.
Just die.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Your phone's noisy.
I know. I don't know why it's so noisy.
Yeah, I think people like you. No, it can't be then.
I did tell my people to watch the stream today.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah,
Your people don't respect you.
No, it's fine. It's just...
All right. So you've got an alarming list for these guys planned. I got to get to Commodore's terrain bits. We're gonna break out the airbrush and start doing some weathering on them, and start getting some undercoating to go with the base coats. To not undercoating, highlighting coats. When we're breaking out the airbrush, I'll be doing some videos on that this weekend. Probably Sunday, do some of that.
That's fair.
And then
It's Antonio.
Mr. Antonio, I need to get by there tomorrow, Antonio. He has a present for me.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yes, it's so nice.
Especially like so close to your birthday. Oh man.
Yeah. I paid for it.
Oh,
I paid for
okay.
I paid for this present.
Oh, so it's not a present, it's a transaction.
So yeah, it's all good though. Yes, I'm now 51 and feeling every minute of it. My God, I'm tired always and sleepy always. I want to curl up and wear sweaters all the time. It's pathetic.
One more time for the audience. Oof.
You won't be there tomorrow.
What? Flame. I won't be here tomorrow, but
Okay, so will the store be open, or am I just gonna have to wait? So then, yeah, this Saturday we'll be at Factlandia playing some games.
That'll be fun.
I think the big thing that I want to cover and talked about and get some thoughts on this. Yeah, I need cardigans. I need Grampy sweaters. A week and a half ago, a very the store will be closed until 5/5.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Well, where am I supposed to go for all my Warhammer needs? Well, I know where I'm going to go. I'm sorry. No. No, I need to get paint, so I have to go someplace else to get my paint.
Oof. Oh, man. That means that's going to be hard to get lead belcher.
No, I'm going to use air. Like I said, we're going to do it with the airbrush.
Oh, right. I'm dumb.
You are, but that has nothing to do with this. Are you on vacation, Antonio, or are you returning to the mothership for training? I'm probably being way too personal, Antonio, so tell me to screw off if you want me to. Good to see you, buddy. On the other hand, week and a half ago or so, vacation. Well, then you enjoy yourself, sir.
Yay.
ITC did something they've never done before. So if you're not familiar with ITC, ITC is the governing body that tracks points and ranking for Warhammer 40K organized play.
Is this the band guy or is this something else?
Yeah.
Yeah. I read that article. I watched that bit. There was this big video I was watching on it.
Yeah.
And then read his apology.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't play 40K as much. I will fully admit. But the apology felt like and looked heartfelt and like seemed legitimate. And like it's not like he was trying to blow it off like, oh, I didn't do this. Like he was like,
well, you couldn't blow it off and not doing it. They got him on tape.
Yeah, but there are plenty of people who can get away with saying like, oh, they had me on tape, but no, that's not what I meant. That's not what I did.
No, I mean they had this die rolls on tape.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so a major player, a very respected member of the community, a top 10 player the last couple of years. I think he was 2019 or 2018. He was a grand champion. I mean, he was the guy. And in November, he started up a 40K coaching program where people would pay to be coached. And he was caught at a major GT cheating in multiple matches. Multiple times in multiple matches.
Now, to be fair, it was only 2 matches, but I'm saying
those are the only 2 they had on tape.
Yes.
They didn't have his other 2 matches taped. But when they found egregious cheating in both matches, and the problem is that it's like, well, what does that mean? I mean, what does that mean for his championships? I mean, he's got a host of trophies and a host of championships, and this guy got busted just egregiously cheating.
So what begs the question is, like, are they going to go look back at recordings of
the
matches?
ITC came out and said what they're going to do. All of his points for the 2021 season have been wiped out, and he can gain no points this season. Basically, he has been suspended from contention. So he can go and play to keep his skills up, but he can't earn any ranked points, and he can't earn any ranked play points.
Yeah.
So he is effectively suspended for the season. And that's great.
Yeah.
That's really great. I love the fact that ITC went, you know what? And their statement was about, it wasn't just about ethics, which was a big thing about it, but it was also about the integrity of the hobby as a whole and how it affects everyone. And they're like, well, here's the thing, and we'll get into that in a sec. They went into the whole, as a whole, the integrity of this person. And I'm not going to name him. I'm not going to go into naming him. If you're familiar with the whole situation, he's a pretty well-known player. He's been on a lot of podcasts. He's been on a lot of videos. A lot of 40K channels were interviewing him over the last couple of years. I mean, he's a big deal player. If you follow 40K, to be blunt, he's the guy that kept Thousand Suns and mixed demons really at a top tier level all this time, because that's been his main army.
Yeah.
And so they suspended him for the year, and he came out and he apologized, and it was a very heartfelt apology. And the very notable point is that he not only took ownership of it on himself, but he also went forward and said, and because I'm supposed to be an example, because I'm supposed to be a coach, because I'm supposed to be a teacher, and I made this mistake, I'm going to extend their punishment. And so even after his suspension ends at the end of 2021, he is extending it and will give himself a personal 3-month suspension after his time is over. So he spends a full year active playing out of competent play just to try and make amends.
And I'll be honest, like after reading that, after like watching the video and reading that, I mean, I know like, yeah, he cheated, but I mean, I'd play with him like a normal game and like, you know, because he's someone who's experienced, and as long as it's not a mistake. Okay.
It is a mistake.
It is not a mistake. It's something you do accidentally, but it is a mistake as a choice that you made.
It is, and that is the way, honestly, to look at it. He is not excusing it.
No.
He is saying he made a mistake in the judgment of character. And that is an important point. He does not try to minimize it. And again, his apology was actually kind of interesting because you could tell it wasn't like he had a publicist or anything like that to put this out for him. He went out and he just went, okay, look, I did this and I messed up. And I made a mistake. I let myself get so wrapped up in having to win that I cut corners, and the main corner I cut was that of my own ethics. And so that was a mistake. And it is a mistake. It's not a mistake like, oops, I rolled too many dice. It was, oops, I forgot to be a good person for a little bit there. And the thing is, in the heat of play, I can see where people get, and that competitive edge comes out. Cheating is not the answer.
No.
Obviously.
But
I can see where if someone feels the dice aren't going their way and they need to go this way and they need to validate who they are, and they're using this game to validate who they are, where the temptation comes from.
And like coming at it from a different perspective, like I, as someone who like GMs a lot of like tabletop games, I've seen players cheat because they feel like, they need to be better than what like their roles or whatever is doing. And it doesn't make them bad people. It just makes them bad players. And in that instance, once they have that moment to think and like figure stuff out, like some people have made the argument that because he got caught is the only reason he's apologizing. But I feel like he had to get caught for him to get better, because he wasn't going to get better if he didn't get caught. If he's been doing this for a while, he needed to do it because honestly, like, you don't really put together that how bad it is until you sit down and realize it and sit down and look at it. Everyone has made mistakes in some way or another. Some are bigger, some are smaller, but this is still like, again, it's still a mistake, not as an accident that he did. It is a mistake as in it is a choice that he made that he regrets. And he has made clear that he regrets and wants to do better.
Now, the flip side is...
Hey, Casey.
Hey, Casey. So the flip side is, in addition, it's a bad choice. It was a bad decision. Mm-hmm. And we have no way, unless somebody wants to go back and go through the video of every single match that he's been in a top 4 table, because that's where you're going to get the videos from, and look and see where else he has done it and call into question everything he's done in the past. Now, I will point out, we haven't done that in any other major sports. Nope. I mean, people have been caught cheating. They've had that specific thing taken away, but I'm going to go with Barry Bonds as an example. Barry Bonds is still the home run champion of Major League Baseball, and he was on steroids for over half his career. Gaylord Perry is a Hall of Fame pitcher that admitted that he was using spitballs and roughing up the ball and doing things to alter the ball for most of his career. That's cheating.
Yeah.
So I think taking a year suspension is a good, strong notion by the ITC to make a statement that this is unacceptable. I think his apology, the George Brett Pine Tar instance, another great example. It's...
Hey, when you warm up.
Hey, so, I think... Do I think he's learned his lesson? Yes. Do I think this was the only instance of him cheating? No. Do I think it might have had an effect on previous championships or previous top tables? It might have. But if it did, it's moot at this point. It's done. It wasn't caught at the time, and we've moved past it. We can only deal with what's going on from this point forward.
And while I don't think this was the only time, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a more recent thing than like a long-term thing. But that's
but that's the thing. There's no way to really know.
Yeah, and I get that. But
and also, let's be honest. If you've ever seen him play, now I've seen matches that he played. I've watched some of his stuff when I knew he wasn't cheating. And he's still a top tier player. So, there's a thing there. It's not like he cheated and that's the only reason he's good. No, he's a freaking amazing. Yes, Tina. The Silverless model does look really good. We covered that a little bit. I actually want to talk about that a bit more. I just wanted to kind of cover this topic because you guys may remember I've a couple times in the last year really gone off about some cheating scandals that have happened in a couple of the tournaments. And now that we're finally having tournaments again, to have a major cheating scandal at a major GT involving a top tier famous player, I think is a big deal.
Which there being such a long time might also have something to do with it. Legitimately, being locked up for that long, like not really having other people interact with, you kind of might almost dehumanize like your opponents a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Which it's fucked up, but
Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about what's positive that's going on though.
Yeah.
That Sylvaneth model looks gorgeous.
And the Sisters model, oh my god,
that banner is crazy looking.
Because I'm not as much in Age of Sigmar. Like the models are cool.
No,
every time 40k stuff.
You see, the thing is, the messed up thing is, I'm looking at the big figures in Sigmar. I mean, that's the kind of figures I would look at to paint for display, even because I'm not, I like my Stormcast. They're very simple, they're very basic, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, Tina and Phoenix. God damn it. These last few Sisters models they put out there, they're putting the itch in me. I might be looking at my 2022 army being Sisters as soon as I'm done with these 8,000 points of Tau I've got.
Hey, that's okay. So, because I'm at a place where, like, once this army is done, and I know this is like long in the future, but I've got like 3 armies like in mind. Once I feel like I've got like my Space Marines like good and like what I want out of them, I'm looking at Sisters of Guard, like straight up. Imperial Guard have always been like real close to me, and as infuriating as they were the first time around, I think with a new paint scheme and with a bit more experience under my belt, might be a bit better. And then Sisters of Battle are just Sisters of Battle. They're so filled with lore and depth, and they're just cool.
Tomb Kings are awesome. I mean, but they're not Age of Sigmar. Those are Old World. Yeah. And again, Old World will be great. I mean, Old World comes out. I think somebody's going to be playing Bretonnians.
Oh, yeah. For the lady.
I think if I end up playing Old World when it comes out, I think maybe that's where my Slaaneshi army will actually see the rise.
Oh no! I mean, that's fair. Like, it's not a bad option. What else?
So since I've been unmotivated to work on a lot of figure stuff the last few days, job hunting, job searching, getting the job, and then all the adrenaline from getting the new job and all that, blah. I've been playing video games lately a lot more than normal. Priests are a problem.
And here's why.
So I've been playing a lot of Hearthstone. Yeah, baby.
Purge them all. Kill them all.
I don't know. It'd be nice to play Skaven, maybe.
Skaven are cool. Skaven are real cool.
Wow. I don't know.
They're just old. Their mechanics are just old world Gene Stealer cult stuff.
Basically, basically Skaven and Gene Stealer cults are basically the Skaven of 40K.
That's fair. Sneak, ambush, the whole thing.
Eat people, and
got the big melee boys with the rat ogres. And
yeah. Although I did see a really awesome conversion because of the weird ray guns and whatnot. I saw somebody converted a bunch of Skaven into Skitarii and made an AdMech army that's all Skaven. It was hilarious.
You know what I saw? I saw someone did a thing with like a glow stick, and they made like a planetary defense gun, like a Gauss cannon.
Oh, that was Wylock made that.
Oh, it's so cool.
Mini, I should say Mutt. I have been looking at that Zombicide, the new one that's on their Kickstarter, because they're looking at doing an Old West expansion edition.
Did they ever do like the medieval one?
Yeah, it's called Black Plague, and it's massive.
Oh, it looks so cool.
Yeah, but Old West zombies? Come on now.
Old West zombies are cool.
I like Old West.
I do too. Like I totally love Old West.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Deadlands. That was such a great role-playing system.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I could never get into it.
Oh,
but I understand the enjoyment of it.
Dude,
like, don't get me wrong.
I was playing a Huckster, was having a blast.
And I totally get that. It's not my kind of system. There's something about it that just kind of like, it feels like the mechanics don't fit right for me.
I don't know. The mechanics were great. I mean, we played it. I mean, there were some broken concepts that we could okay, we can't do that because that's broken. The Greenholts found a really broken shaman build. They're like, okay, we have to change the shaman rules because now we have a shaman that's running up to trains and taking his spear and knocking them off the rails and sending them flying.
Jesus. That's fair. Maybe. I've got a lot of my money currently looking at building this army and getting some dice. And I mean like dice for my army. It wasn't that expensive, but like I spent some to like get like a thing of D6s specifically like colored for this army.
When did you do this?
Like 2 hours ago.
You don't have a job.
I'm fine. I'll have a job soon. But I need the dice to be able to play. And I want this dice, and I want the dice bag, and it'll be good, and it's nice. And then I have...
How many six-siders did you buy?
36. 36 six-siders for like $10. That's it.
Where'd you buy them on?
Amazon.
What brand?
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Cough, new PC.
I have... Okay, listen.
He's got to get a job. We got to get him...
Listen. Like, you right, but that can wait.
You right?
I'm going to wait until I get my job and then build my army and then new PC. I got it. I get it.
Army can't wait. He's here with 40K. Nothing else matters.
We'll see. I've got my PC still runs just fine. It will be able to do the stuff I need the PC for. And then once I get...
It's not like he games. It's not like he plays video games.
A PC... Okay, listen!
The PC works to get jobs.
Fucking...
So who's Chipmunk?
That's Kiwi.
Nice.
That's the person I've been living with.
Nice. Thank you for giving me my son back. Thank you for not being a murder death cult.
Yeah, that's the person I've been living with for the past year. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm good.
We'll get them all hooked up. That's fine.
But yeah, no.
He just said about 40K because his dad's all about 40K. If you couldn't tell by the decor.
Yeah, but I want to play with that. I have my computer. Well, have my computer in like a few days. I can set that up and play with my people on like the tabletops and games, and then I'll have the army so I can play with you, and then I can look at the stuff that is a little bit fancier, like getting a good PC.
No potato.
No potato.
No potato. So anything else you want to talk about?
What is that symbol? Is that a boxing mitt?
Yeah.
Does he want to square up?
You don't want to square up with him. His beard would whoop your ass.
I mean, like in 40K. Like,
oh yeah, no, that'd be great. I'd love to see it too. You square up. It'd be unbelievable to see two armies that can't beat each other. And after 5 rounds, there are no figures dead, except for the couple that tried to overcharge their plasma. Oh, shit. It's a tie game, 3-3.
I am building the melee army, and I'm so fucking hyped. It's so cool. And I love, I know I've said it already, but the death ball is real. It's so cool from what everything like we've looked at mechanics wise, and mixing that with space wolves and just it's all about the friendship. That's what it was. They weren't really shooting each other. They were just trying to like make it look like they were, so they could hang out for
Just ask Lionel. Why are you trying to kill him? Because I love him.
Fucking little kitty.
All right. I think we're going to wrap up here. It's good. In 45 minutes, but we got nothing else. I'm tired and we got nothing else.
Yeah.
Unless you got something else. You got anything else?
I don't think.
All right. So this is just a quick, how you do? This is the boy. I'm here. We're back. I think starting next Tuesday, we'll be back to regular schedule. Although there is some contemplation about moving it up in time to a slightly later time slot. So instead of being 7:30 to 9, doing it 8 to 10.
I can't do later time slot.
I don't care.
No? Then
we'll figure things out. You might have to give me Tuesdays. You have 6 other days in the week.
No.
Boy.
We'll talk. But probably not.
We'll figure something out, one way or the other. While you have a game you have to run?
Yes. I'm willing to push it back an hour for the live stream.
There's no girl?
No.
Why is there no girl?
Oh my god.
I need grandbabies.
Oh my god. Stop it.
All right. So last thing we're going to do is give big shout outs to our wonderful and amazing patrons who make these crazy and insane videos possible, and why we're back in the mainstream.
Yeah.
So let's start off talking about our $1 a month tier, our Battle Brothers, the Inquisitor, Zane, and my man Brian, also known as the Mini War Mutt. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
We have our Battle Leader tier.
Mm-hmm.
That has brother. It has Greg Tesh. Have you looked him? He's already a pumpkin. He's not gonna. It has Heinrich Botha and Joe Bookish.
Yeah.
And lastly, we have our Warlord tier with the people that can say whatever they want to Ray and never have to worry about getting banned.
Hold on.
That's what they pay for.
Wait, no,
And that includes the lovely, the wonderful, and talented Flight of the Phoenix and the wielder of the banhammer himself, he who comes down from orbit and lets you know, don't screw up, or you won't be able to be on YouTube anymore, just like Zane. My man, my brother, my guy, Commodore Well, Mr. Wylock, thank you so much for stopping by. That's amazing. One of the men that inspired me to start my channel.
Huh.
If that is truly you, sir, thank you so much for stopping by. That means a ton to me, actually.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. Unfortunately, we're just wrapping up for the night, but that is really cool. About a year ago, I was doing that pipe terrains, and I was doing that pipe terrain, and he saw the video, commented on it, and then did a further video that looked really good. Yeah, that was me. So it was really cool. And he did a really cool video on how to expand it and make it better. So it was really, really
just flexing on you.
Yeah, he was. He was just like, no, he was like, this is a really cool idea, and let me go nuts on it. And like I said, between him, Blad Magic Craft, and Scotty, it was really the three of them were like the guys that got me to do this. So I appreciate you, sir. You are a legend within the community.
Yeah.
So that being said, we're just wrapping up for the night. Again, remember, everybody, it's all about fairness and all about fun. So no cheating. Gotta get banned for a year if you do. I hope you know. Thank you, Wylock. Thank you so much, sir. You are the man. Again, remember, epic your board, epic your game, and epic your life. I'm Big D. It's Little Ray. We are Gamecraft Dragons. And y'all, take care of each other. Wear your masks. Wash your hands. And until you get your vaccinations, treat each other properly.
Well, do all that.
I do it afterwards too. But I mean, you know, get your damn vaccinations.
Yeah.
Good night.